Is it on? Hi, my name is Harris, and the fact is, I get it. See, it goes like this. I do, she clicks, I get. Simple, really. She showed me the sound not long after my arrival, and at first it didn't seem like much. But the strangest thing, whenever I heard it, a piece of chicken appeared. So it's always been that way. At first, clicks for simple things like bottom on ground. But we didn't stop there. Soon I was doing all sorts of exotic things, not to mention behaving exceptionally well in public. I am now 2 human years old. I like it best when people say to Mum, "I never knew boxers were that smart." And she says they are definitely smart enough to work out how to get what they want. Mum never takes any credit for me being as intellectual as I've turned out to be, but between you and me, I know I couldn't have done it without her. As you can tell, we have a good thing going. That's why I wasn't quite too sure how to take it when me and Mum went to see some dogs who needed help and to see if one wanted to come live with us. She said it will be nice for me to have company instead of being home alone when she has to do things dogs aren't allowed to do with their humans in the world. Anyway, I waited in the car while Mum went to look. I had reservations, but, as is my upbringing, decided to look on the bright side. Pretty soon Mum was back telling me there was someone she wanted me to meet. Well, out comes this lady with a very sad state of affairs. He seemed quite pleasant, but I must say, he was a tad forward with Mum. No manners to speak of. But Mum didn't mind too much, even though he was jumping all over her. Well, even though he had no manners and looked a bit scruffy, he smelled all right. So I told Mum that I liked him fine. We decided together that this canine comrade could well do with our help and he should come live with us. Hi.
Hello.
We're going to be brothers. My name is Harris.
My name's Bad Dog.
Really?
Uh-huh. I get called Get Off too, but mainly Bad Dog.
Oh.
Fact is, I didn't get it at all. At first it was all right. At first they laughed and patted me for every little thing. But for some reason it all changed. The good times went, and after that I could do nothing right. In the end they just gave up on me and tied me way up out the back. And I thought that would fix it. But I seemed to be drawn to trouble. When one of them would come out into the yard, I felt this incredible urge inside of me to jump up and lick them. I knew I'd get harsh words and worse, but I simply could not stop myself. Jumpers Anonymous, here I come, right? In the end, that was the reason they gave for giving me up. Jumps up can't be trained, they said. Who knew that you could get yourself into so much trouble for loving too much? As you can imagine, my trust in humans was low to non-existent. But this Harry, well, he seemed to have a whole different slant on humans. And as I finally went off to sleep that first night, I dared myself to dream that what I was hearing from this strange-looking brother might just be true. The next day she told me we were going to do some training, and I shuddered at the word. But all that happened was this. We went into the family room, and there was this big box in the middle, so I went and sniffed it, and a strange sound happened, and some chicken landed on the ground near my nose. I looked back at her, and she was smiling. I shrugged and had another sniff. Same thing. Click. Chicken. Bugger me. It continued like this for days. Sometimes sniffing worked, sometimes not, sometimes pawing at the box. What was strange was that nothing ever got a yell or a backhander. Nothing. And you know what else happened? I started hearing the sound when I met people and I didn't jump up. She calls it fall on the floor. Click and chicken, click and pats. I learnt that the clicks would come if I remembered myself when I was greeting people. Okay, it took a while. She said that this was because jumping had a lot of reinforcement history. We practiced this everywhere and with everyone. Little ones, big ones, men ones, and other women ones. I only ever got clicked for 4 on the floor, and that really helped me get over my urges. I began feeling good about myself again. I even think I found my inner wag. And to think that it all started with that click sound. I can't believe how far I've come in just 1 year. To think I used to jump on everyone. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I must admit that after all this time I still get the urge, and sometimes it does overtake me. But she says that it's okay, because sometimes the people forget too and pat me when I jump. Sometimes she even says that it was easier to train me than other people. Each day I'm better than the next, and she says that's all that counts. So we take one day at a time, and even when I do jump, she reminds me by turning away just a little, and straight away I remember the rules of love. I tell you, what she calls training was nothing like I had experienced before. No yelling, no jerking, no confusion, straight down the line. Here's what I want you to do, and here's a reason for doing it. Clear and simple. Before, I never knew what I was supposed to do. No wonder there was that mix-up with my name. I've lived here now for a whole human year, longest I've stayed anywhere. I've had some great times. A thing called Christmas came and went, which I've never heard of before. It was great. We wore hats and we gave each other presents. To be honest though, it was the hardest day of my life. So many people to love. But I remembered all my lessons and I didn't jump. Not one of those humans roused on me even once. Life is good.